What's up, everybody? Okay, today I'm going to explain what the last 4 or 5 days has been about with me. The event called Korea Spotlight came to Barcelona. How that came about was my wife and I were invited by a publishing group out of Korea called Kite Publishing. And through the conversation, they ended up saying, would you guys like to participate in a songwriting camp? Now, for those of you who don't know what that normally is it's an event, and it normally takes place in a recording studio that has different recording studios. They record that they invite the top record producers and writers in that area. So the people that went to this songwriting camp were people like myself, some other people actually who were in the area at the time that were doing some records, some other producers. So it was basically a call out, not to just the producers and writers here in Barcelona, but also a couple other people that were able to fly in and partake in this event, the songwriting camp. So what happens is that you get paired up with different writers and producers, and they give you a subject. And in my case, it was producing for kiiras, and then doing a top line song for the group Bigocean. Now, I got to tell you that these were the groups that were being represented in these songwriting camps. So what I mean by that is you had all these producers, you had these studios, and each studio had a different subject matter, a different artist that you were writing and producing for. So those artists were kiiras, Bigocean, Bam Bam, and Choi Ing-Ewing. I'm not too sure how to say her name, but Choi Ing-Ewing, which I believe is more, I don't want to say that she's K-pop, more than that she's like real jazzy bossa nova, that kind of thing. Now, my schedule was to produce with some top liners for the group kiiras. I had never heard of this group, but we got notes like, here's the references, this is what they're looking for. And so basically what that looks like is just going into the studio. My wife was a top liner, and we worked with another young lady from, I can't remember where she said, but it was the country that's next to Austria. Which was that? Slovakia. Right. So an amazing talent, just an amazing writer, and we were locked in that studio for how many hours for kiiras?
4.
Like 4, maybe even going into the fifth hour. We ended up picking out one of my tracks. This is more of a reggae pop feel, and the session went super smooth. It was really cool. It was the first time that I was ever hearing of the group kiiras. So we listened to a song called Killing My Boss, I think, or something like that.
Just kill my boss. Killing me, your boss.
It was a crazy tune. It was really cool. And I hadn't heard the new song that they had just come out, which was Bang Bang. Now, if you guys haven't yet, I actually did a review just now. So you guys can, after this, jump over and listen to the review and reaction video I did for kiiras Bang Bang. Anyways, it was really cool. And we ended up meeting somebody that her name was Park Jin Hee. And she is what was she? She was the director of
Global business
for the group kiiras. So very, very nice young lady. We don't know if they're going to take our song or not. Hopefully that they will, because the vibes from it sounded like we were moving towards that direction. But then again, you guys got to remember that we're not the only writers and producers under the sun. So hopefully they like what we put together. It's still not done yet. We still have to finish it this week. But once it's settled and mixed and mastered, we'll send it off and we will see. Fingers crossed. But I had put on there that I was in a session with them on my Instagram. If you guys don't mind, please follow my Instagram. It's Frankie Biggs, just like my name is spelled, FrankieBiggz. Yeah, it was really cool, man. listening and kind of getting a bit of a context about the girl group, about them and some of their accomplishments and how they're doing, it just seems like they've got a very, very awesome fandom that's already started up. And yeah, it was fun. So I was very, very excited to do it. I'm still very excited to hear back. Once we get this song settled, which should be this week, we'll send it off and we'll see, peeps. We will see if these girls and their group is going to like it. Now, the next group that I ended up becoming a top liner for was the group Big Ocean. Now, I have a big smile because those are my new friends. I love those guys. We have something in common, which is the fact that those three individuals are deaf. I am deaf as well. A lot of people don't know that. I don't ever wear my hearing aids during my reaction videos. That's why I have these in-ears, and they're pretty loud so that I can hear. But my deafness is not as bad as theirs. But I was completely deaf when I was younger, and I had to learn how to do sign language. It wasn't ASL sign language at that point. It was more just what was available to me in the school system there in Monroe, Michigan. But I learned it, and I got to meet them, and we did a couple special things, and that'll be coming up pretty soon. But in the end, I'm really hoping to work with these individuals. I want to say a big shout out to their manager, Haley, who is just an amazing individual, and their A&R person, Soon Ji. Is it Soon Ji? I think it is Soon Jin. And I just really had a great feeling meeting these guys and being able to communicate with them. Not too much in the sign. I was able to sign a little bit my name to them, and it was cool. The reaction was good because I don't think there's a lot of people that know that they're deaf, and when they do know, I don't think they know how to handle that information or how to handle themselves around them. But they were just gentlemen and tall. God, man, these guys are tall. And every one of them has got to be at least 6 feet and over. So just great dudes. I can't wait for you guys to hear the song that we did come up with. We had a really, really good producer. Her name is Charlie McLean, I believe. Charlie McLean. And she's done a lot of K-pop stuff. She's done a lot of production for different people. So it was really, really cool to work with Charlie. And there was another guy named Pipe. He was from Barcelona, and we got to know each other and write. He is another amazing writer and musician, and it was cool, man. We sat in there for another 4 or 5 hours writing top line for Big Ocean. But in the meanwhile, I was able to go out and talk with those guys. They were the only artists that actually showed up to the sessions. If there were other people, I don't know. I didn't see the other people. I just know that I did this for them. Then my wife, of course, she ended up doing a writing session. First writing session was for Kiiras, and that was with me and Nia. And then the second writing session was for this young lady, Choi Ingayun. I don't know how to say her name. If you guys don't mind, break it down phonetically so I know exactly how to pronounce this young lady's name, because she does not deserve for me to butcher her beautiful name like that. In any event, it was really dope. I'd say that we started about 10:30 on the dot, and I don't think that we got done until well into like maybe 8:30 at night. And then there was the whole lobby was full. They have a bar there. There were other people, conglomerates from all over the world that are doing business with Korea, the K-pop industry. We even experienced how can I say, how do you call that? Not speed dating, speed meetings, which was cool because you guys know how it's set up, different tables, different numbers. You wait in line and then you go, you pitch your thing. So it was really, really dope being able to do that kind of stuff. Now, the people I have to credit for bringing Korea Spotlight here is my man, Thean. Thean was the main cat who, from my understanding, is the one that's touring around different countries doing Korean spotlight. And it is what it is. It's Korea in the spotlight. It's the K-pop industry. And it seems as if they're handling between fourth and fifth generation K-poppers. So, they're calling on some of the bigger producers and writers to come in Europe because they really want that European market. And we're dead smack in the middle of it, being in Spain. So it was great. I made a lot of great contacts. Myself, I have a catalog of over 120 songs, 120 different tracks. I'm always reviewing them. I'm always updating them. And so now that we have this in with the K-pop industry, expect us. Expect me. I absolutely plan not only to do some production, but also some songwriting. Hopefully, I think one of my first products, whether it be a song or even in production, would probably be with Big Ocean, just for the fact that we hung so tough with each other. We'll see. Again, it's one of these things, man. How these songwriting camps work is you put it out there, you submit it, let's see what comes of it, But the good thing is that you can also submit your own stuff that you've done, and I plan to do that with Big Ocean, with all of these groups that I met. Hopefully, the Frankie Biggs production and writing, and Irene B, my wife, and her writing. Hopefully, we can get another Grammy nomination out of this. My wife and I, the last time we wrote together, we were nominated for a Grammy. We didn't win, but the nomination was there. And look, when my wife and I get together and we write, some magic happens. This girl behind this camera has a way with her words that's just amazing. So we're on this journey together. I just want to give a big shout out to Bridge 48 in Barcelona. You guys, great venue. If you find yourself in Barcelona, it's not just a recording studio. It's an actual open social hub that has everything. If you're into music business, or you're into synthesizers or anything like that, they're also a public place that you can go to hang out. They have another room where they consistently 24 hours, I believe, have a DJ. And as you're walking up to the place, you see a DJ actually spinning and stuff. It's really, really cool. It's for a radio station. So this little hub, this Bridge 48, is just an amazing little place. Not a little place. It's actually quite big. But it's an amazing place to do exactly what they did. And I'm hoping to do some more sessions there. I met a lot of the engineers there, the people that own it, and it would class act. Just class act all the way. So that's really the only thing I can say. The last thing, I'll say it again. Thean, you did your thing, dog. You did your thing, man. You pulled this shit off, and it went, as far as we're concerned, because we weren't in it like you, but every moment of that day and every moment after was done pure class, no stress. Everybody was cool. Everybody had fun. And you need to be credited for that way more than I think you are getting credit for. So please let me be the one to tell you that was amazing. Again, big shout outs to Sam. Big shout outs to Ethan, to Sean, to all the groups that showed up. Big shout outs to my wife being a super badass writer, to Nia, to Charlie. There was a cat there, a producer by the name of Ed is dead. I never got a chance to meet homie. But yeah, and then another producer friend of ours here in Barcelona, Danny Trujillo, who is a very famous composer. He does a lot of commercials and movies and stuff like that. Trujillo is an amazing and very, very funny guy. Pipe, just everybody that we met there, man. Big shout outs to all of you guys. Hoping to work with more of you guys later. But if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and put that notification bell on, so you know next time we do something like this. You guys be cool. Peace out, Bridge 48 and Parallel Club. Peace.